Guys, it's Brooke from the Vintage Gardener. Welcome back to my channel. So today's episode is part 2 of trying to start some peonies from seeds. And I know some of you guys are probably wondering, well, what happened to part 1? Part 1 was posted a year ago. So I know you guys probably haven't seen it because that was back in the day when I only had 8 subscribers. And so you probably haven't gone back that far, and I don't blame you. So I'm going to give you guys a recap on what's been going on and where we are today. So, but before I do, let me give you just a little bit of a background on peonies. Peonies are they're like my second favorite flower. It's like roses are here and like peonies are right there. Peonies would probably be number 1. They would be number 1 if they rebloomed, because in terms of ease, they're much easier to take care of than roses. They both do have similar flower forms, and so that's kind of why I like the English roses, because they do look like peonies and vice versa, and it's absolutely great. So one thing that people always ask me when I tell them I'm starting peonies from seeds is, wait, you can do that? Peonies make seeds? And they do. So there are 4 types of peonies. There are woodland peonies, tree peonies, herbaceous peonies, and Ito peonies, also known as intersectional peonies. So woodland you probably don't see, because I don't even know if anybody sells those except for Peonies Envy. Tree peonies, you've probably seen them, but there usually aren't a lot of, most garden centers that I've seen don't have a whole lot. It's a very small selection. And then there are herbaceous peonies, which is what we always see, like the Sarah Bernhardt's, Festiva Maxima, Shirley Temple, Summer Carnival, like that sort of thing. And then of course the intersectional peonies are a cross between a tree peony and an herbaceous peony. And they called them Ito peonies because the first person to do that was Mr. Ito. And I don't remember what his first name is, but I know what his last name is. And so that's the 4 types. Now, of those 4 types, only 3 of them make seeds. The only ones that make seeds are woodland peonies, tree peonies, and herbaceous peonies. Now, woodland peonies, from what I remember, always make seed, but when it comes to tree peonies and herbaceous peonies, it really depends upon the specific cultivar. Not every cultivar produces seeds. Some of them are sterile. So, there are 2 ways to propagate peonies. Well, for the 3 that make seeds. Intersectional peonies, it's only by root division, but with the tree peonies, woodland peonies, and herbaceous peonies, you can do it by root division, which is typically what we see. And typically when you buy them, you're buying root divisions, or you can do them by seed. Hey guys, I forgot to mention that if you do a root division, that is going to be a clone of the parent plant, whereas if you grow them from seed, they're going to be unique. If you're interested in breeding new peonies, you do it by seed, not root division. Now, if you get peony seeds, one of the things you're going to notice is they're usually black and hard. Those are full-on ripe. If you have them in your own garden, if you catch them at the tan parts, before they hit full-on ripeness, that's probably better. It'll be easier to germinate. Okay, by the time it gets black, it's full-on ripe. It has what the American Peony Society refers to as double dormancy. So what does that mean? It means that it's going to need 2 seasons in order for the water, the heat, the cold, the freezing temperatures to actually break down that seed coat enough so that the little seedling inside can kind of get out. And so last year's video, I was trying an experiment because with, it can take 2 years. And then even once they sprout, sometimes it can take up to 10 years before you get some blooms. So it's definitely an exercise in patience. So if you are not a patient person, I would not recommend that you try to start your peonies from seeds. And so the process I used was called the indoor method, which I got off the American Peony Society website. And basically you soak them for a week, then you put them in a plastic bag with vermiculite, which is lightly misted, and you put them in a warm place on top of your refrigerator. You leave them there for 3 months, then you put them in your refrigerator for another 3 months, and then by that point, they should have started sprouting. That did not happen. nothing happened. So I pretty much was just like, I'm just gonna have to plant them, you know, fall or winter, because this just didn't work. I wasn't really sure what I had done, and quite frankly, most people don't grow them for seeds. So trying to find resources to figure out what I had done wrong, yeah, it was, troubleshooting was not, it's definitely not easy. So anyway, I'm going to show you the video of me planting them up and how I'm doing it. I think I show you how to do a solo cup terrarium, and I give you a little bit more information in terms of other research that I've done on the topic. So without further ado, here's part 2. Hey guys, it's Brooke from The Vintage Gardener. Welcome back to my channel. So today is the first project of the new year. So you guys may not even remember, but about a year ago, I started trying to do some peonies from seeds, and I got the bags right here. Okay, so if you guys have listened to the podcast, which I will try to link it in this video description, you will remember that I was growing, trying to sprout some peonies from seeds, and I used the American Peony Society recommendation, which was that basically it was like a 6-month process. And at the end of the 6-month process, you were supposed to start seeing like some shoots. That didn't happen. So I have found other YouTube channels on the topic, and apparently it can take 2 years for the seeds to sprout. If you use this bag method, it usually takes a year. Now, last year at the end of July when I took these out, I was really disappointed because the seed coats were as hard as they were when I started. And this was after, mind you, soaking them for a week, you know, putting them in a warm location, putting them in the refrigerator, and that sort of thing. So I was bummed. So I took the bag and I threw it. I have a storage rack over there. I just threw it over there and left it. Well, I left it in the plastic bag, and this is a sun exposure room. And so it was basically kind of baking in the sun. So some of the seeds are a little softer. Some of them, when I actually pressed on them recently, actually kind of like cracked, which if you have fresh seeds, that when you're doing that after like for soaking for a day, that means it's bad seed. But this is what's supposed to happen after year, because obviously the seed coat's got to give for the seedling to come out. So now they're not sprouting yet. From the additional research that I've seen, it seems like what prompts peonies to go through a growth spurt is cold weather. So I'm going to make some solo cup terrariums, and I'm going to put them outside. Today is a nice day, but January in New Jersey gets really cold. So I kind of want to get all this done today and kind of get it outside. I'm going to put it in the raised beds. I'm just going to kind of like press the cups into the soil so they stay put. And then I'm just going to leave them for the winter. And hopefully by spring, I'll start seeing seedlings. Hopefully. So let me show you what I've done, because I've already gotten a few done. Okay guys, so these are the solo cup terrariums. So basically in this case, I used like a 12-ounce cup. I put some holes in it, which I don't want to tilt the cup too much, but I think you can see. And then basically I used a clear plastic cup, or somewhat translucent. I have some different cups to use because I ran out. I poked a hole in it for rainwater. And then I use Gorilla Glue. There is a Gorilla Glue that's made for construction purposes that is weather resistant. And so that's what I use. And so it's got a good seal. It needs to cure for 24 hours, which these over here have been. And the nice thing about it is, like, I'm really clumsy, so I'm always knocking things over. So I have already knocked these cups over, and obviously if you knock them over, even if the dirt comes out a little bit, which this is not, it's not going to come out. So you can just kind of like, you know, straighten it up. I've knocked that one over a couple of times, but that's great. I mean, the peony seeds are kind of big, so I'm not worried about them getting jostled around, but at least they'll stay put. So I have to put the lids on these. Like, for example, this one, as you can see, it's already getting kind of misty in here from the sunlight. And so the way I'm doing it, I'm color coding it. So for the peony seeds, I'm going to be using 12-ounce solo cups, and then for my regular planting, I'm going to be using 16-ounce. So for the herbaceous peonies, they're going in the red cups. Now I do have some herbaceous peonies that I got, peony seeds that I got from Sarah Bernhardt, which is a peony at Wild Leaf Cottage. And so because I had a mix of peonies there, I don't know what it's gonna look like. So for those, I actually put them in pink solo cups because since one parent is pink, I'm imagining it's gonna be a pink mix. Then I have tree peony seeds. Now the tree peony seeds are Gansu tree peonies, and Gansu tree peonies, the one distinguishing factor of the Gansu tree peony is that it has a purple center. And so for that reason, I did a lavender. I'm doing a lavender cup. And last but not least, I have woodland peonies. Now woodland peonies are white. They don't come in any other color but white. And so for that, I used a white solo cup. So, yeah, so I know it's got a little crazy, y'all. So let me get some of the clear cups, the translucent cups I have, and show you how I make the terrarium, and then I'm just going to do the rest of them. So I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay guys, so I'm back. Okay, so with the cups, I drilled a hole in them. I just used a drill, and I used a really big drill bit. I don't even know what size that is. And so this is what I'm using. It's construction adhesive by Gorilla Glue. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the adhesive and put it around the outside edge of the cup. And I don't know if I can do this one-handed. Actually, I can't. So basically, I think you guys can kind of get the point. So let me do this two-handed, and then I'll show you the next step. Okay, guys, so I got the construction glue on it. So now you just basically take the cup, oops, and I just watered all these bad boys. So it's now dripping everywhere. And my dirt is kind of caved in. That's okay. And these cups are, I think, a little smaller than what I used before, so this is not going to work exactly the same way. It won't line up exactly, but first off, you have to make sure you clean the edge of the cups and remove all the dirt. Actually, let me come back. Okay, and so now if you can line them up on the top, that's fine. If not, then, you can put them down in slightly, but basically, there we go. And so now this is going to cure, and it'll be hard just like the other ones. So now that I've shown you how to do that one, that's what I'm going to do for the rest of these. So I'm not going to put it on time-lapse right now because I need to move some things out of the way, but I think you guys get the general idea. Okay guys, so I got these lids on, so I have to let these cure for 24 hours, but with the other ones, I can go ahead and take those outside. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my auger, because I'm going to drill holes in the ground and kind of bury the cups a little bit just so they're secure. I'm going to show you where I'm going to put the rest of them, and then I'm going to start on the woodland peonies and get the rest of the seeds done. Okay guys, so I'm outside, so here's my little solo cup babies. And so I'm just basically drilling a little down like this. And then I'm just taking the cup and sitting it in the hole, and that way it'll stay upright. So this is pretty much what I'm going to be doing with my winter sowing. So I know it's not the traditional milk crate idea, but same principle. And since today's a nice day, I'm actually going to get the hose in a little bit and water down into the cup. Actually, I'll check the forecast first, because if we get rain tomorrow, then I don't need to do that. But basically, that's it. So as you can see in this raised bed, I can fill a lot of cups. So yeah. Next up, I'm going to plant the woodland peonies. I'm going to do the tree peonies. I'm try to get all the peony seeds done, and then tomorrow I'll put them in place. And then I have some roots, like some peony tubers that I'm going to get in, and then I may be done. We'll see. So anyway, that's how my day is going. So I'll catch up with you guys later. Okay, guys. So I have set up all of the white cups I need, and so these are the woodland peony seeds. I rinsed them off here. Okay, so this is the peony seed. It's fairly large, and I'm squeezing on it, and this one is pretty hard. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use, if you have I have a file and I can't remember where I put it, so I'm just using a pumice stone because it works just as well. I'm going to file the seed coat down to the next layer. You just have to be careful with it. Not all of these need it, but some of them do. And so I'm gonna, because I cannot do this one-handed, I'm gonna turn the camera off and do it, and then I'll come back and show you how it looks. I'm going to try to do the ends of it because I find it's a little bit easier on there's a slight point to that end. You probably can't see it, but I can feel it. And that's where I'm going to file. I finished filing it. You don't have to file it a lot. You just want to take it down to the next layer, which I did. If you notice, the seed is very dark and this next layer is lighter. So that's as far as you want to go. You don't want to go any further. Okay guys, I'm getting ready to plant the Sarah Bernhardt peonies, and look what I discovered. I'm so excited! Look, can you guys see? There are roots. They actually sprouted. This is what I'm thinking what happened. The ones I got from Peonies Envy, I held on to a while before I started them, because I think I bought them at the flower show in 2019, and I didn't start them until 2020. The Sarah Bernhardt peonies, these I actually got off my plant that fall, so 2019, and then I started them a few months later. So these were definitely fresh. So that's what I'm thinking, but oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Woo, success. maybe this will actually work, guys. Hey guys, so I'm checking in. So I'm doing the tree peonies, that's the last set. And as I was almost finished doing the Sarah Bernhardt peonies, it dawned on me, rather than sanding the seed coat down or filing it, when you have hard seed coats like that, you can also nick them with a razor blade. So much easier. So I'm nicking them from here on out. So just thought I'd let you guys know that. Okay guys, so I am cleaning off the tree peonies, and look, I see some sprouts in there. So yeah, I am a happy little camper. So apparently it takes a year to sprout them, but the plastic bag method seems to work. So I'll be doing it again. But yeah, man, I am so excited. So let me clean these off and get planting.